catch can there, which is working, but we are leaking oil from the cam seal there, so now I need to get to change that out. You can see there's not much room. That's going to be fun. I'll try to record as much of this as I can. Camera's crappy and there's not really any room to get in there to see anything, so not going to be that entertaining. Anyways, let's start taking this thing apart. See what we got. See even if I got the right camshaft seal or not. Maybe, hopefully. Probably not. I don't know if the camera's picking any of that up, but that's what that looks like inside. Yep. If you're seeing any of that, it looks like the seal just popped right out. So that should be easy to remove. Just got a 10mm headed bolt there, and then that comes off. So let's take it off and see what it looks like. So there's the reactant wheel for the sensor, and if the camera's picking that up, I got these two little pawls here, which, well, we're going to see. Hopefully it can be 180 off one way or the other. I'll have to look in the video and make sure on how it came out, that I put it back in the same direction, just in case it can't be 180 off. And once again, I don't know. I don't know if that's picking it up any better or not. Probably not. Anyways, the camshaft seal is just sitting there. Yeah. We will grab it and pop it out and see what it looks like. Alright. I didn't record me putting grease on the inner lip there of that seal, but that's the new seal. The camera's picking that up. I just sat it in there. I just got to press it in now. And it's going pretty easy, mainly because the old seal was popped out. I didn't have to do anything to try to remove it. It just kind of fell out. Well, that went in perhaps maybe too easy. I just pressed it in with my fingers. I didn't have to use my fancy custom Volvo special seal installing tool. Better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it, I guess. Yeah, that's in. I'm going to put a smear of ultra gray around the outside just to help to secure it in there, but I think we'll be good. I got to drain my catch can because it has started to fill up, and well, I'll get a light on there. You can't really see the hose with the oil in it, but once that's all done, I don't think we'll have any more oil leaking issues with this Volvo, and yeah, we'll be back on the road and driving and whatever. Okay, got it in there. Got that electric wheel set correctly because it can be 180 off. Got the ultra gray in there to hold the seal in, so we're all good to throw the cap back on and get it all done. There's the cap, the sensor. The wheel goes in between there. So let's get this back together. Okay, we got that cap back on there. Sensor all hooked up, everything hooked up, so we're going to go ahead and try to fire this engine up and see if it runs right and it pulls any codes. Alright, got it all done. Drained the catch can. Finally put the cover back on there. So no more leaks. We're 100%. Finally. There you go. It's not that bad to change the camshaft seal out. If it's popped out on you, that is. This was the replacement seal. This is the old seal in the bag. There's the part number and everything. Camera's picking that up. Come down to the seal, which had been pushed out, popped out. I don't know how much of any the camera's picking up. It's actually in good shape, surprisingly. I honestly probably could have just pushed this back in and it would have sealed up and been fine, but since I had the new one, I used the new one. The inner lip here is not cracked or flattened out. It is still somewhat soft and would seal up quite well. Not hard or anything. So I actually could have reused this seal, but it's always best to replace it, especially since it did pop out. The outer edge doesn't seem too bad, but yeah. Anyways, that was actually quite a bit easier job than I thought it was going to be. You can make out the numbers on that seal at all, but it was quite easy to pull the back cover off. 2 bolts, 40 Torx, and then that comes off, and then you have a 10 mil that you have to undo. That removes the reluctor wheel, and pay attention when you take it off. It can go on 180 from, either way, 180 degrees off, which I think is kind of stupid that Volvo did that. Maybe they did it for a reason, I'm not too sure, but they could have just had one pawl and one, could only go on one way instead of having it go on 2 different ways and be 180 off. Luckily I recorded it and was able to review my camera and see how it was actually on there and how I pulled it off. So everything was back on, running good, no leaks. I don't know how much camera was picking up there, but I did put a little bit of silicone, or ultra gray gasket on the outer perimeter to try to hold it in there a little better, just in case for whatever reason it decided to get pushed out again. It's not foolproof, it'll just add some resistance, and whatever, it didn't hurt anything. It's always good to add that. Yeah, especially if it's somewhere you don't want to ever work on it again. Like I said, luckily it wasn't too bad, being that I only had like 3 inches of space to work in. Yeah, really the hardest part was pulling that cap off, because the bolts were quite tight in there, for whatever reason, at least the top one, but it came out alright. Other than that, pretty quick, pretty easy. I guess the longest part was really letting that ultra gray set up before capping it all off and reassembling it and starting it and running it. So there you go. There's the old seal. There's what I placed it with. So yeah, Thumbs up on that. Now I have no more leaks. Everything's running good. Transmission still shifting good. So I think that Volvo now is fixed. And we're back in business.